In this episode, I'm going to continue explaining the quest lore that happens in the starting area for the Death Knights. If you missed the first episode, then go ahead and click the link above and we'll get you all caught up. But if you're all ready to go, then let's go ahead and jump right in and find out what's going on in World of Warcraft. Last time we learned that the Scarlet Crusade was stripping the Havenshire mine of all of its resources. We were then instructed to meet with Gothic the Harvester, who says that he has a gift for the Scarlet Crusade, one that will speed up their work at the mines. Now Gothic originally came from the frozen heart of Naxxramas, to feast on the souls of the enemy. So to help him out, he gives you the gift of the Harvester, and wants you to use it on the Scarlet miners working in the mine to turn them into ghouls. And once you've created 5 of them, you're to return to Gothic. So you head out to the mines, and use the gift of the Harvester to turn 5 miners into ghouls. After that's done, you return all of them back to Gothic. He says that the Scarlet Crusade knows that the mines aren't safe anymore, and that they'll double their efforts in retreating, leaving their backs completely open to us. And for having completed the task at the mines, he rewards you with the Soul Harvester's Charm. Gothic says that the Scarlet forces at New Avalon and at Light's Point are the only challenge that we have left. The diversion at the mines has caused chaos amidst the ranks, and they're frantically working to clear the area and return to the ships. So now it's time to take the fight to Light's Point. And to start that off, Gothic wants you to speak to Prince Valinar in order to get ready for the assault. So you report to Prince Valinar, who tells you that only a few of your Death Knight brethren have survived the initial attack on the Scarlet Crusaders. So basically, you're one of the stronger ones around. East of here, past the Havenshire mines, is the coast called Light's Point, and 1,000 soldiers stand between you and their ships. Valinar says that because the Scarlet Crusade is in such a hurry, they'll forget to check the mine carts being sent down from the mines to the coast. So now he wants you to head back to the mines, and climb into a cart that Valinar's minions have placed outside. From there, a Scarlet miner will take the cart past the forces that are stationed on the coast, and once you're behind enemy lines, you're to board the ship and use their own cannons against them. And when you're done slaughtering everyone, Valinar wants you to call upon a Scourge Griffin to return you back to Death's Breach. So you head out to the mine and jump into the minecart. And as predicted, a Scarlet miner takes you all the way down to Light's Point and past the enemy line. Once there, you man a cannon and begin to lay waste on the Crusaders. Once you're done, you call a Scourge Griffin to pick you up and bring you back to Death's Breach. Now Valinar says that he'll receive a commendation from the Lich King because, well, you wiped out the entire Scarlet fleet in a matter of minutes. And because of that, he gets an award for it. But you get a pair of plated Serenite bracers. So, at least you get something, right? Now that Light's Point is taken care of, it's time to set your sights on New Avalon. Valinar says that he'll set the Firestarters and the Necromancers upon Havenshire, while you carry his report to High Lord Mograine, which he says that he's included your heroics in the report, so you're gonna get some recognition. Now you head back to the Ebonhold and deliver the report to High Lord Mograine. He's blown away that you annihilated the entire fleet, and says that he hasn't seen that kind of domination since his father wielded, something. What that something is, I don't know, because he doesn't continue the sentence, but rather just shakes his head and moves on to your commendation. It's like someone's got some daddy issues to work out. But he rewards you with a pair of engraved Serenite leggings for your actions at Light's Point. Mograine says that it's the will of the Lich King that drives us forward as Death Knights. He then closes his eyes, nods his head, and acknowledges the Lich King's commands that he just heard within himself, and relays the message back to you, stating that the Lich King commands that you return back to Death's Breach and report to Prince Valinar. So, you head back to Death's Breach and report to Prince Valinar. He says that 1,000 corpses litter the lands of Havenshire, just waiting for rebirth, while the ghouls have already begun their assault on New Avalon. The Crusaders' front line has been decimated by the attack, while a new forward base has been established at the Crypt of Remembrance. Valinar wants you to report to his brother, Prince Keleseth. He also says to prepare yourself for the next stage in Scourge warfare, domination. So now you head out to the crypt and meet up with Prince Keleseth, who says that he's the ruler of the southeastern reaches of Northrend, and says that he's here to satisfy his thirst for souls. He says that the ghouls attacking the front gates of New Avalon just isn't enough for the total annihilation that he really wants. Having said that, he wants you to make your way into New Avalon's town hall and assassinate the mayor of the town, Mayor Quimby. While you're there, he wants you to search for the New Avalon registry and bring it back to him. But before you leave, you speak with Baron Rivendare. He says that he's enjoyed his encounters with the Crusade over the years, and mentions that we shan't deny them eternal servitude to the Lich King. So while you're in New Avalon, he wants you to kill 10 Scarlet Crusade soldiers and 15 citizens of New Avalon. So from here, you head out of the crypt and run into Noth the Plaguebringer. He's been ordered to construct a plague cauldron in the middle of the pumpkin patch, but he needs materials to do so. While you're in New Avalon, he wants you to steal an empty cauldron from the inn, as well as a few chains from the forge. And while you're out there killing Crusaders, bring back 10 of their skulls while you're at it. So now you head into New Avalon and kill Mayor Quimby at the town hall. You also find the New Avalon registry. You then kill the 10 Scarlet Crusade soldiers, as well as the 15 citizens. And with them dead, you collect 10 of their skulls. The last thing you do is pick up the cauldron at the inn, as well as the pair of chains at the forge. Once that's all done, you head back to Noth. And upon returning the cauldron pieces, he rewards you with the Deathbringer's girdle for everything that you did in New Avalon. Now that the cauldron is ready, he says that the gases that it emits is deadly to the living, but that it also empowers the Scourge. He wants you to drop the 10 skulls that you acquired in New Avalon into the cauldron and witness the results. So you place the skulls in the cauldron and are rewarded with some of Noth's special brew. Now you head back down into the crypt and turn in the registry to Prince Keliseth, who then begins flipping through the pages and finds out that the Scarlet Crusade has already sent out 3 vessels straight to Northrend. Also, next to the given coordinates are the words Crimson Dawn. Now, Keliseth wants to know more, so he's tasked you with a trick that isn't unknown to him, and he gives you a jeweled box with a few persuaders inside, and wants you to use those persuaders on the Scarlet Soldiers in order to get them to talk about what the Crimson Dawn really is. Basically, you get to torture people with a hot sword. Now, when speaking to Baron Rivendare, he says that you're quite effective with that blade, and perhaps with the Lich King's permission, you would be interested in becoming one of his minions, adding that Stratholme is looking for a new mayor, so congratulations, you just got a potential job opportunity from Baron Rivendare. He then rewards you with the Greaves of the Slaughter for everything that you've done so far. So now you head out and back into New Avalon, searching for Scarlet Crusaders to torture, and this is where most people lost their minds, spending nearly an hour to try and find someone to talk. One of the most stressful quests in this whole entire starting zone. But you end up finding one that's willing to spill his guts. He says that the Crimson Dawn is an awakening, and that the light speaks to the High General, and that this so-called movement was set in place before the Death Knights even arrived. Before the soldier dies from torture, he says that a courier is coming from Hearthglen, and before anything else can be said, the soldier dies from his pain. Now that you have some information about the Crimson Dawn, you head back to the crypt and speak to Prince Keliseth. He asks what kind of nonsense an awakening is, and says that it might be possible that this courier might have the answers that we're looking for. He then rewards you with Keliseth's signet ring for getting the information out of the soldiers. Now, Prince Keliseth has sent his servants Orbaz, Thessarian, and Koltira behind enemy lines, and they've set up a base of operations at the Scarlet Tavern, located at the southern end of New Avalon. Keliseth wants you to report to Orbaz Bloodbane, and he'll update you from there. So from here, you leave the crypt and head back into New Avalon, towards the Scarlet Tavern, to be updated by Orbaz and the plans to follow. I know it's a lot of quest lore packed into one area, but I can assure you that we're nearing the end of the Death Knight stuff. I hope that this stuff is informative for you, or even nostalgic. But if you've made it this far and aren't subscribed, then consider subscribing, we'd love to have you around. Also, make sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when a new episode drops. And if you like this episode, make sure to hit the like button so we can spark this YouTube algorithm. That like button helps out a lot more than you know. Thank you so much to the Patreon subscribers. It's great having you on board and getting your feedback as to where we're gonna go next. If you want to support this channel through Patreon, then go ahead and hit the link down below. And with that, we'll see you next time when we find out what happens next in the Tales of Azeroth.